The defense on the other end by Jaden McDaniels is breathtaking.
Alexander-Walker, that was impressive as well, and he got fouled on top of it.
Alexander-Walker trying to break down Schroeder, gets deep into the paint, finishes with the left hand.
So Jackson Hayes is in, as is Alexander-Walker, who has it with a step-back gun from the foul line, and he feathers it in.
Williamson, meanwhile, has scored the last 6 in a row for the Pelicans. Alexander-Walker inside. Oh, he's slick with it.
93, I should say. Alexander-Walker, nothing but the bottom on the 3-ball.
To get to the 8th spot, which is where you really want to be if you can't finish in the top 6. Their magic number.
Under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Alexander-Walker, oh, nice finish. He is fearless.
It's his 16th consecutive game with 20 or more and hitting better than 50% of his shots. Reverse. There's Nickeil again.
And 30% from 3 this year. But maybe finding that stroke tonight. Nice spin and score by Alexander-Walker.
Here's Zion. He's going into the lane. Zion has only shot 5 times outside of the paint. There's the spin and the score, and nicely done.
Just the bunny hops. He's got so much bounce. Pokusevski, too much heat on that pass. Alexander-Walker trying to go coast to coast and lays it up and in with the left hand on the reverse.
J.J. Redick draws the charge. Here's Zion finding Alexander-Walker from the corner, and he buries a 3.
Ingram skips it.
Oh, that's a tough shot.
That's a tough shot, is right.
Alexander-Walker.
That was in Boston 4 years ago, and the Pelicans have been here a lot this year where they get a lead, but they can't hang on to it.
106-98. Nickeil, good move.
Nice.
Great footwork.
Got a 3-pointer on the way from the corner. No.
Nickeil on the spin, the scoop. That was a serious adjustment in midair.
Sacramento gets back well in transition on defense. Alexander-Walker behind the screen. Tough fadeaway. And got it to fall with a soft touch.
He got game, man.
Started late in the 3rd. There is another made bucket by Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
They work it through. Hernan Gomez spread the floor. Alexander-Walker sticks it. It's a 3.
Ball and man movement, give and go.
That's
sweet
great basketball.
Really sweet play.
Great basketball.
May have lost that on the way up. Pass in tight quarters. How did Alexander-Walker make that catch?
They gave him a steal instead of a block. Alexander-Walker banks it in. Zion screens, driving and scooping and scoring.
His availability has been up and down. This is Alexander-Walker again.
After what we saw, you and I, during the break, the replay of the Joel Embiid step back. Get out of here.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Good defense there by Carter.
Alexander-Walker again, just so smooth with the handle and the hit.
Who's going to pick it up offensively?
Right.
That's what it boils down to. Step back, Nickeil.
And Nickeil works on that shot 50, 60 times before the game starts.
Up against his cousin, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 7 on the shot clock for the mid-range game. Looks good.
8-0 run for Utah. They've stretched it to a 6-point lead, just as New Orleans took a 2-point lead at 20-18.
That was a beautiful pass, but how about the cut? The cut was there. The old story. You can move without the ball, but the guy's got to pass it to you.
Steve Kerr said it at the beginning of the season. If we're going to be successful this year in a game that might cost them to fall to the number 4 seed in the West and have Denver.
So their shooting has been terrific. Look at this.
Nice finish by Alexander-Walker. Wow.
And he's 4 for 6 in threes. And he's just had an all-around game. I mean, it's just great.
Whistle and 1. Alexander-Walker out top, guarded by Toscano Anderson. On the drive, blocked by Bell.
That was a fastball. Nickeil, corner three.
And here's where if you're the Pelicans, you got to make sure you get quality looks on the offensive end. You got to find a way to stop the bleeding by slowing it down and getting high percentage offense. Good job by Walker.
Those big hands and almost got the steal. Alexander-Walker on the step back three. Wow.
You know, big time talent. And Serge Ibaka's a guy you have to be willing to live with the contested three.
Right. He can shoot the three. Alexander-Walker again on target. They will not play another home game until January 25th. Alexander-Walker with his fourth triple. Batum draws the defensive assignment against Alexander-Walker. Beautiful floater, kissing it home. You just see the confidence rising now.
You're Josh Hart. You can't complain. You're not going to get that call. Keep on battling defensively.
Another one for Alexander-Walker, make it 32 points. A career high for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. 32 points, make it 35 as he drains his fifth three-pointer. Alexander-Walker trying to shake George. Long two. 37 for Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Alexander-Walker, boy, we've seen a couple of very athletic plays from him tonight.
Well, to your point, how about Cleveland in the third quarter? 1 for 14 shooting. You're
nice
all your way there, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Leonard makes his first field goal. He's 1 for 3. Adams out front.
And they're shooting below 30%. They need them to shoot what they're normally accustomed to doing.
That is a gorgeous move.
Have a hangover, and you're trying to get over that devastating loss series when it looked like you were going to win. Utah did just the exact opposite. They came out.
On the handoff, Nickeil, the mid-range game.
That's good. I like that. That's just simple. That's easy basketball right there.
Alexander-Walker with a backup gun. It goes. And now the Pistons will take a timeout.
Lead guards, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, and count it.
And Jackson Hayes will give you some shot blocking, but that's about it. And I'll tell you what, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Nickeil going to the rack. Nice. He'll get the roll.
But I'll tell you what, I'm a believer in Baylor. It's hard for me to.
Boy, he was hot early. And a nice shot again.
Extremely comfortable creating his own offense in three-point ball and also the mid-range game.
Alexander-Walker on the drive. Tough shot around DeAndre Ayton, but gets it to go.
Alexander-Walker, a little show and go and finish. Nickeil Alexander-Walker averaging 10 a game. In fact, he has the best assist-to-turnover ratio by a rookie.
But he is. He's extremely skilled around that paint.
On the take, nice little flip, and he heard you.
Alexander-Walker.
There's Kuzma. And back come the Pelicans. Oh, the reverse.
And then a turnover by Nader. And the Pelicans looking to run. Alexander-Walker with a nice move and finish against Nader.
I could be in my driveway with nobody near me with just layups.
They like this guy. If you notice, he really gets up on them.
And now in transition, Alexander-Walker puts it down.
Nickeil catch and shoot time. Yes, again. 4-point game. Nickeil's up to 30.
Oh my goodness. Is that going to count? Yep. The ruling on the floor is it's good.
Alexander-Walker to the basket.
Holy cow.
Southpaw slam. That was a thumper.
Jason Randall with the good hand. And tapped away by Nickeil. He created the opportunity. He's got James Johnson. Takes it himself strong to the hole. That surprised them all. Don't go too early.
Right, and Steven needs to stay away from the screen and roll because it's taking another guy with him.
Nickeil for three. Got it! 10-point lead. 64 seconds remain.